What's up, y'all? I'm PJ.
And I'm Les.
And we are...
Two peas in a pod.
And P stands for...
Perfect.
Palatable.
Pretty.
Precious.
Patient.
Plausible. I'm using legal words for some reason. I don't know why.
Pudding.
Porridge. Shout out to Jamaicans.
We're going to move on.
Oh, man. Les.
Yeah.
We're in our season 2 bag, of course.
I know. It's kind of crazy to think about.
How?
I just feel like when we started season 1, I knew in theory like we were going to have more seasons, but just the fact that we're here and we're on season 2, when I was struggling during season 1 to even think about releasing what we had, I'm like, oh, now we're here in our second season doing it.
And what's crazy is like we literally have like a game plan like every episode at this point.
Yeah.
Because at first it was like, what are we going to talk about?
Like 2 days before we're recording, But I feel like that it's okay because it's like authentic and yeah, we're here where we are now. So.
Yeah. And I'm just glad y'all like what we talk about because, you know, for me, it seems at this point from like last season, we were able to like capture, okay, like niche is huge, being able to be very like...
They keep saying we don't have one.
What?
A niche.
You saying we don't have one?
I'm saying they keep saying.
Oh, I was going to say we agreed on that in the off season. I say we did.
Yeah. But people kept talking about it. So we're like hoping that it's more clear this season. And
by this point it should be because we've been coming along, releasing and giving y'all context. So like, lock in. But outside of us kind of like talking about last season, what's going on now with you?
It's been good. Like I'm in a period of transition. I finished the semester, which was super hard. Like they were working me. It was very rigorous, very time consuming. Like there's no way I feel like they thought that a person who works full time could get all of the work that they assigned done and also sleep.
Your program is accelerated too, ain't it? I thought it was. Oh, it's just general grad school? Oh, well, I mean, I still have the same sentiment because, you know, for me, it's like even with grad school, like I told you, it's like when you work full-time hours and have to shift the class, papers, projects.
I'm like, I want to go to sleep. I want to go out with my friends.
I can't stand group projects in grad school programs.
I haven't had to do any of those yet.
They are the worst because you have people who are either very hard workers or just have the amount of time to just like lock in, and then you have the lazy folks at the end, and then it's you who are just like a balanced person of like life in school, and you're just trying to make sure you get by.
And it's funny because in our first episode of the first season, I talked about King Tut. And in one of my classes this semester, I was studying pre-dynastic Egypt up through like the New Kingdom. And King Tut was like one of the things that we studied. And I already knew a lot about him.
What does pre-dynastic mean?
Oh, it's
for like... the people like me who don't read like that, well, I read frequently. Well... periodically.
Yes.
Sometimes.
You read daily, but maybe just not to learn.
Yeah. Well, don't do that. I'll be reading.
You read to consume, but maybe not to learn. I don't know. Whatever.
Well, yeah.
But pre-dynastic is like before the dynasties of Egypt started. And then there's like early kingdom, middle kingdom, new kingdom, intermediate periods, like first, third, second. So there's like just basically different periods of time and different families or dynasties that were in rule.
So where was King Tut in the picture of all that?
Not you quizzing me.
Hold up. Did you reference our podcast?
I didn't, but I should have. I actually did really well in the exam. I got a 98%.
That's what's up.
But I'm pretty sure he was in either New Kingdom or he was like dynasty, like it's between the 18s and the 20s, somewhere in there.
Okay.
He was late though. Like late in the game. The other thing though, because we've been talking about school for a long time, is my brother graduated.
Hey, and shout out to you, you know, congratulations. Me? No, your brother.
Oh, okay.
Why is that shout out to you for?
I don't know.
No, shout out to your brother.
Yay, Christian.
Yeah, shout out to you, Christian. Congrats again. You know, this only is in the beginning of more blessings and success and leveling up to happen. And I'm just glad to be a part of the chapter from a distance because Les has never invited me to your house.
You met him though.
I'd have met him.
I actually did invite him the day of the grad party, just so everybody knows. I did invite him.
What was I doing?
It was Haitian Flag Day.
It was Haitian Flag Day recently.
Speaking of.
It was.
What have you been up to?
So it was Haitian Flag Day recently. We're in the month of May recording this thing. I don't know when it's going to be released, but just so you know, this is just in reference. So yeah, we did pre-record. So
now that that's out there. So Haitian Flag Day.
Yeah, Haitian Flag Day. So
You were outside all weekend.
Can you not? Oh my goodness!
You were
outdoors. Outside and outdoors is two different things.
But you were also outside.
Less.
Okay, I'll let you tell your story.
I was outdoors. So Haitian Flag Day happened, man. What I love is like one thing I told myself, because as you all know, like my story, I lived in Florida all my life. I moved to California for work, and then I came to Dallas. And one thing that I learned in California that gave me a lesson in Dallas was, well, before I left, I want to move somewhere where my culture is present. Because growing up in the Haitian community, I speak, rewrite and speak Creole. You know, like that's all I've known since I've came up. Mm-hmm. You can get really distant from your culture if you don't have a proximity to it. So living in California, when I came to Texas, what it taught me is like when you come to basically when you go to a space and you grow up in like a family, friends, a community that's all like what your identity is, you want to be in proximity of it as an adult because you can lose it real fast. I don't speak Creole daily. You know, like I don't go to Haitian restaurants at all like that. You know, and I also don't have the chance to go to Haitian spaces. But a shout out to Dallas Haitians United. Don is the marketing director of the team over there. That's my boy. And like it feels like home away from home.
That's awesome.
Yeah, and even because when I was growing up, I was visiting Haiti as a kid, so like I have like real life experience with it, and like it's a part of my identity. So you know, So celebrate Haitian Flag Day. That was a blast. Man, what else did I do that weekend? I had a time.
It feels so far away.
It feels so far. It
wasn't though.
It wasn't that far at all.
We've been doing a lot though, I feel like.
We've been busy. Just life-wise, but also recreationally.
Yeah.
You know, like...
Maybe you have recreationally.
Hey, no, don't do that. Don't do that.
I've been
Let's got plans after this. That's what we're not finna talk about.
You have plans after this. We both have plans after this. All right.
But yeah. But outside of that, really, I've just been pouring myself into like going to therapy weekly and being more self-aware, working out actively every single day. You know, being in my word, you know, really just trying to work on being a better version of myself, not just for me, but also being a better friend, brother, podcast partner, you know, future husband, future father, all that, and just like taking in resources that allow me to do that. So, you know, yeah.
That's awesome. I love that.
Thank you.
Yeah, we talked. When did we talk? Was it yesterday morning we were on the phone?
Yeah. Oh, so yeah, funny about that. I wake up at 5 a.m. I work out, and then I spend time with God, and then I start my work day at 8. That's a whole 3 hours of me doing all that, you know, my routine. Les called me at like 7:26. I remember the time exactly.
That's so specific. Yeah, I know it was in the 7 o'clock hour.
It was 7:26 in the morning. Les called me, and I was like, Les, do not call me before that. 8 a.m.
Well, first, he asked if I was okay because I never call him that early ever. But I don't know. I actually don't know. I just wanted to check in because I felt like we hadn't just like caught up in a while. We would talk, but like about things that we had to do. So I was trying to be a good friend, which is on theme for today.
I agree. It is on theme for today. And before we get to the theme.
Yes.
I love the shoes.
Thank you.
I ain't gonna lie. When I saw them, I thought I had to get sunglasses because them jewels on them, I was like this.
I know. They're like a little. Yeah. It's a lot for sure. I wear these to like Pride events and like
it's like a Michael Jackson glove on a foot.
It is.
You know?
Shut up. But they're so fun. Like I don't know. I just love. I realized I really like shoes. Like in this past year, like this past 12 months. When I was younger, I mean, they were cool, and I would watch like shows like Sex and the City or just other things where like people were obsessed with shoes, and I was like, I don't get it. And now I'm like, yeah.
Well, the thing is, it's like an accent piece.
It is. They can just really like set off an outfit, or like for example, I built the outfit off of these shoes.
And that's what I'm saying. Like that, literally, like okay, great outfit,
Thank
and then
you.
it's just like
it's a lot. It's a statement piece. They're very wow. Yeah, it's just so much fun. The only other time I've worn these out was in Chicago. I was in Boys Town, if you're familiar. I actually bought these in Chicago as well, in Hyde Park, I think. I forget the name of the store. But yeah, they're just so much fun, and I only wear them when I'm at events that are like, it's okay to be like super gaudy.
So what attracted you to them?
I didn't have anything else like them, and I was with my friend Alex. He's one of my besties from high school. He's also from Chicagoland area, and he encouraged me to get them because I was like, oh, I love these, but I would just like never wear them. And he was like, you should get them.
Treat yourself.
And I did, and I wore them that night when we went out.
Fire.
And then I haven't worn them since until today.
It gave you a little confidence.
I was like, yeah, bet. I'll wear these. Yeah. So that's that. And then this dress, I forget where it's from. I bought it online, but it's like a vacation beach, like dinner
It's a vibe.
dress. Thank you.
Yeah,
it's very comfortable. I appreciate that.
I have a question before you get to mine. Why do y'all call it Chicagoland?
Oh, well, it's kind of like DFW. So like the surrounding area. So like Chicagoland area is like the city proper. And then it's like the surrounding areas where it takes like, I don't know, 15 or less minutes to get into the city.
Okay. I always wondered that.
Basically, anywhere that the trains go out from the city to the suburbs is considered Chicagoland, in my opinion. I don't know what other folks think. But yeah, if you can take the train in, I think that's still Chicagoland area.
Shout out to the L train. Isn't that what it is?
Yes, that's downtown.
Oh, shout out to the
So there's other
Chicago.
trains that bring you in, like Union Station and Ogilvy. And then the L is actually downtown.
Oh, okay. Okay.
And it's called the L because it's elevated, which a lot of people don't know.
I thought it was because of the route. Okay.
Yeah, no, it's because it's above ground. You're like riding elevated in the city.
What? Oh, yeah, because, Chicago's one of the most beautiful. You know what? Chicago is top 2 beautiful cities I've ever been to.
It's beautiful.
Honestly.
It's amazing. And it's pretty clean, depending on where you're at.
Yeah. And if you have not been to Chicago, you need to go to Chicago.
Mm-hmm. They be shooting now, though. I mean, they always have been, but...
Yeah, but just,
like in the Gold Coast now.
Yeah.
Which is like, yeah.
But, just Mary J. Blige that thing, just...
I'm weak.
No, it's a Lil' Kim.
It's Lil' Kim. It's Lil' Kim.
Okay. But for me...
Yeah.
So... I want to come in very calm. Honestly, I feel like I'm like... My friends call me Unc sometimes. I feel like I'm dressed like an Unc today,
But it's nice.
An elevated Unc.
Yes.
So the shirt, honestly, like, usually I go to like, my specific spots, but actually I got this from Old Navy.
That is a really nice shirt.
Right? And I was just like, hold up.
That's actually my favorite part of your outfit.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. So much more to it.
Yeah.
But
Okay.
I got the pants from Zara. Gotta love some Zara,
Yeah.
And then of course like some dunks from StockX, but that's just pretty general. So that was the fit for today. Got some complimentary jewelry, of course. Just if I'm gonna wear something warm, I like to have my warm jewelry on. So like the gold tone on brown leather strap.
Yeah.
I prefer leather strap watches.
Those are
That's
nice.
my thing. Yeah, and then some gold accents. Some of these beads. I got this. Actually, this one I bought from Tony's girlfriend's mother. I don't know if Tony wants the girlfriend's name on the podcast, but
she makes jewelry.
Yeah, she makes these.
Oh, nice.
I don't know if she got it from Nigeria, but she is Nigerian, and this is from her business. I bought it at like a black business expo at the church.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh,
so one community church.
I'll look into that.
Yeah, so you should definitely look into it. She has a lot of good products, but
okay,
that was what today was, and we want to make sure we complimented each other well because let's don't play about outfits for our podcast.
Well, it was only because last time we recorded, PJ said I looked comfortable, and I was like, okay, that was like a little offensive, I think. So anyway, I just thought I would do something different today.
Okay, well let's
let's transition.
Yes.
I have a question of the day.
Okay.
So let me just get to that really quickly, and I will give you time to think about your response.
Okay.
Because you probably will need time, and I'll answer.
Okay.
So, if you had to survive a zombie apocalypse with 3 characters from any TV show or movie, but one of them is completely useless, who would you pick and why? So 3 characters.
When you say useless, what do you mean by that?
Like, you're choosing them for your team, but really they're like not helpful.
Okay.
But you have to have 3, and one of them has to be like not useful.
Okay.
So, I will share mine while you're thinking about that. Okay, so my first one is from One Piece, Nico Robin. I don't know if you're familiar with her.
I don't watch anime. Everybody watches anime but me.
So she
but
can
all the anime guys will know. All the anime girls too as well.
Yeah, all the anime lovers.
Yeah, all the anime
people.
I was about to say it anywhere.
No, but for real. Yeah, but they'll know. Well, if you watch One Piece, but some people don't really like One Piece. But anyway, so she can grow limbs from anywhere, like out of the wall or something. So I'm choosing her because she could like break zombie necks from across the room.
Okay.
She's a stealth assassin, and she's also a historian, so she might have like read up on zombie apocalypses.
Okay.
My second person or player or whatever is Dwight Schrute from The Office.
Dwight.
Yeah. I feel like he's just like so ready for everything. Like he has his beet farm and like he knows how to grow things. We might need his agricultural knowledge if we're living off the grid.
Okay.
So,
no. Oh, wow. You got a holistic list.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. And so my last person, I had somebody in mind, but I actually think I want to change them. So they're going to be the useless person. I think I will choose Patrick from SpongeBob.
Isn't he strong though?
I don't know. I wasn't thinking about that. I was just thinking like he's probably not going to contribute from like a wits perspective, but he'll be funny maybe.
Okay.
So that's my team.
Okay. That's a good list.
Thank you.
That Dwight one got me because he really does know how to live off the land.
That's what I'm saying. So I have my assassin. I have somebody who can help us survive. And then I have comedy.
Yeah. That's good.
Thank you.
Good. I like that.
Yeah. And it's diverse. We have a starfish, a woman,
all different from
and
different
a man.
spaces. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Your turn.
You thought about that.
I did.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Wow. That was a great list. Wow. Okay. So who do I want to start with? Because so how you had Dwight Schrute?
Yes.
Ron Swanson.
Okay, yeah, I like that.
Ron Swanson.
He will definitely help you.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
If you ever watch Parks and Rec, Ron Swanson, like you said, he could live off the land. He has survival skills. He could literally kill a bear with. We don't like support killing bears, but
no.
And if you ever see me in the forest fighting with a grizzly bear, help the bear.
Oh,
you never seen that reference?
Wait, why? Because you're too strong?
No, you gotta watch the video because if I say it on camera, it might not be good.
Okay.
But help the bear.
Okay.
But yeah, Ron Swanson for sure. So after Ron Swanson, I would probably do. Oh man, that's. Probably the Incredible Hulk.
Oh, okay, he's good, strong.
Yeah, very strong.
Okay.
Just strong. It's just that
and
like
smart when he's not the Hulk.
Exactly.
Scientist.
Exactly. So the Incredible Hulk is with the super strength. The only thing is if I think it was was it Endgame where he couldn't like power up?
I don't know.
Or was it Infinity War? It's one of those. But all I know is that like he better power up.
Wait, what happened? Why couldn't it? Doesn't matter.
Yeah. But I said we.
It doesn't matter.
So Ron Swanson,
Bruce Banner / the Hulk. Is that his name? Bruce Banner. Is that somebody else? It doesn't matter. The Hulk. Is that a different version?
I'm not deep into Marvel. I'm just.
Look up who Bruce Banner is.
But yeah,
your third person.
Ron Swanson, the Incredible Hulk, and then my last person. My last person, who would that be?
It has to be somebody not useful.
Someone not useful.
That's your third one.
Really? Okay.
You could do like Smokey from Friday.
No, I was gonna say I'm like so people don't know, I'm a super fan of the show The Simpsons.
Okay.
I love The Simpsons.
Okay.
And I really think that Homer Simpson would not be helpful at all.
Oh, he's a good one. Comedy.
He'd be comedy.
He might ruin actually a lot of stuff.
He's equivalent to Peter Griffin, honestly.
Oh yeah, you could have chose him too.
Yeah.
I feel like Peter would be
he's a little more
useful.
aggressive though, yeah, because he'd be fighting.
Yeah, Homer is a good option because I don't think he'll be helpful at all.
Yeah.
That's great. Thank you for thinking of that so quickly. I know it's hard.
No, actually, I was getting pretty anxious. I was like, man, I do not know. No, I'm playing.
No, it's okay, though. It's because I just wanted to hear what you would have to say.
No, that was good.
Good.
Yeah.
So now we can transition into our topic for today.
Yeah. So, as we know, one thing about, and what we really, like I said, this season is want to dive into just navigating into like our generation, right? We're in our 20s,
yes.
Why are you smiling?
I'm just smiling. I am in my 20s.
Yeah. You did not have to affirm, So we navigate our generation in the 20s, and there's just certain things within our life dynamics when things happen, which are, impactful, right? And as seasons transition, life shifts occur. As we step into different phases, there are friendships that we have to continue to maintain. And we have to identify what friendships are for the present, which of them are to maintain, but know that they were a thing of the capacity that could be higher in the past. But also, how can we navigate the ones that we have present with respect and boundaries, things of that nature. So in that, we're talking about navigating friendships, but from a generational lens, because I feel like, majority of folks who watch are within our like generation, right?
Yeah.
Cause side note, man, there was this 16 and 19-year-old kids. They call me Unc. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, I'm still big bro.
On the podcast, or just when you were out in the world?
Out in the world, you know, out in the world. Like we are in the world. This podcast isn't a different multiverse,
you know, but not of it.
But yeah, so yeah, like, you know, our friendship. Like, I guess we can kick that off of like how we got here.
It's funny because recently I've actually had a couple people ask me how we became friends, and I was like, oh, like, how did we become friends? Like, when did we officially declare this a friendship?
Right.
Because I feel like you have relationships with people that are acquaintances or whatever, or like, I don't know, they might just be people you don't even consider acquaintances. But you and I think we met through Dawn.
Yep.
And the first time we met, when was the first time we? Oh, it was at the Black and White Affair.
Yeah.
Okay, so our church hosts this like gala around Valentine's Day for singles, and we were all there. Don, our mutual friend, brought him. This was when PJ was new to Dallas, and we didn't speak to each other because I think I'd seen you before, maybe, or like.
Because I came that December before February, because I moved here last February, February 2024. December 2023, that's when I came for a whole week to look for apartments. So I think I came across you at that time. You
might have, because for some reason I feel like I saw you before the Black and White Affair.
You did.
And then, the Black and White Affair, though, I was like, oh, okay, like this person's here again with Dawn and does not speak. So I was like, I don't speak unless spoken to. So we didn't speak to each other for like a minute, and then you kept coming around. So I was like, oh, okay. Like,
I can explain that.
Okay.
So the thing is that like when I'm in a space for the first time, especially around people I don't know, I really like to like observe and feel the environment. I also don't want to come off to, and this is maybe just like a Florida thing, a disrespectful term to be called in Florida. I don't know if it's mainly in South Florida, but I feel like it's all Florida, is being called super friendly. Because it's seen as like coming on too strong and too excited on people and not knowing boundaries. Like we have a term for it in Haitian Creole. It's called being sumun. If you're sumun, it just means that like you don't know no bounds with anyone. You just feel like as soon as you meet people, like bear hug. I'm
never knew a stranger sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah, you were not that. But when did we actually start talking? Or speaking to each other?
I don't know actually.
It just kind of happened, like, because we were in the same circle and, like, we would see each other at different things. And then I think we were both like, oh, okay, like, this person's not strange.
I think I remember our first full conversation, though.
Oh, okay.
It was at Jeff's apartment when he had that game night.
Oh, yeah. It was, like, around his birthday.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. We did talk then. And then after that, I think, like, we would hang out with Mercy and other people. Yeah. And then eventually we were just at the point where we were like, oh, okay, like, we're friends now.
Yeah. And that's how we ended up at that concert.
Yes. Which I think we mentioned on the podcast before.
We did last season,
Yeah. That was...
I'm gonna, you know what? It's a long story. I'm not gonna tell the story, but just no.
He said I looked like a man.
No, I didn't. I said you look like that Kevin James meme. You know, when he's just kind of like
Who is a man?
Oh, Jesus. But also, no. The other part of that is that, like, so for me, when I go out with my friends sometimes, like, you know, we went out to grab some meat. I'm like, look, cool. I'll pay for you. It's all good. You know, like, don't worry about it because you accompanying me to this concert. No, fine. I know we're a man and a woman, but we're friends. Respect all that, and don't. It doesn't have to be weird. So I didn't say all that, right? I just said literally, but that's how I process it. Maybe my expectation. Now I look back at it because I go to therapy actively. Is that I had an expectation that you probably weren't familiar with, and I should have understood that in that instance. However, when we were at the table, right, this is what happened to everybody. So. The guy comes with the check, and I'm like, oh, cool, I got it. I did not make it be a thing of just like, I'm going to pay for it. Now, I was like, I got it. She was just like, no.
Okay, I didn't say it like that.
No, let me finish. I was just like, no, I got it. And she said a few times, she's like, no, it's fine. The guy looking at me like, bruh, if you're interested in her, it's a no-go.
And the thing is, he made me feel so. There's also more context that we're not going to share. No, we're not going to share the reason that my response was what it was. But just know that I had a reason for. He didn't do anything. Okay, and then after that, when we left, I was like, he told me that it was like weird, and I was like, oh, really? Like I didn't because I didn't know I had like. Said it multiple times and made it like
at least like 4 times. Yeah,
I know.
It got so much more aggressive, and I was just I was so embarrassed.
I know, and he told me that when we were leaving, and I was like, "Oh, I'm sorry," and he was like, "Yeah, And I was like, oh, like I did. He was like, yeah. Like he wanted me to feel bad. And I was just like, okay. And mind you, we still had the concert to go to. Like we hadn't even gone to the concert yet. And this is the first time we hung out one-on-one. It was not going well at first.
I ain't gonna lie to you. I look back and realize, man, like when people say I'm blunt, I probably am because I was just like, you should feel bad.
No, and normally I feel like people would be like, oh no, like it's okay, because it was not intentional, y'all. And I feel like typically when I go out to eat with men, when it's like established that we're friends, I'm like, okay, cool, like you could pay, you got it. Or if like we're in a relationship or like dating, I'm like, cool, like you can pay for it. But because PJ and I weren't like established friends yet, I don't know. I was just like, even though he didn't give me vibes that he was interested, I was just like, let me just make it clear. And I guess I just went too hard.
you definitely went too hard.
Okay.
Yeah, you did. But that was a point of our friendship, and we're still friends now.
We're even better. Now he can spend whatever he wants on me.
All right, let's relax.
He can pay for whatever he wants.
Relax.
So that's our friendship.
Yeah.
So that said, that's how we started our friendship. We're at where we're at now. I would like to talk about the different types of friendship.
Okay.
So there's 10.
10? Really?
Well, there's 10 by the definitions that ChatGPT gave me.
All right.
So,
ChatGPT.
Well, it's ChatGPT, and I also referenced some academic journals.
That's academics.
Academic journals.
Journals that are academic.
Amen. So we have acquaintance friendships, casual friendships, close friendships, best friends, situational friendships, which are like friends based on shared circumstances. So like travel buddies or classmates or like work friends, gym friends, things like that. Childhood friends, cross-generational friendships. So like people of different age groups.
I got those.
Yeah. And then there's online friendships, which is like, you people that play like PlayStation and computer games and stuff. And then work friends, I think actually fall into the category of situational. Yeah. But they have that as a separate one. So maybe we'll say there's 9 categories. And then there's toxic or one-sided friendships.
I can see the difference between like work friends and situational, because situational means, for example, like, if, like you said, travel buddy, that's a perfect situation. You meet somebody, we are friends for the sake of traveling. That's the only time we see each other and we speak. Yeah. But work is day to day.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. But then it's like, is that a true friendship, or is that a relationship of convenience or proximity?
I mean, you build a level of intimacy because you have to have trust.
Yeah.
You have to have dependability, because, if I go to you with a situation and know you're going to be there, there's a level of like intimacy, trust, and dependability there. So
that's fair.
I would say so.
I can share. I'm not going to share too much on all of these because I think they're pretty like self-explanatory. But the 3 most common types of friendships are. Wait, do you think you can guess?
Yeah.
Okay.
The 3 most common types would be best friends. I'm wrong already?
You're in the vicinity.
Is it close friends?
Yeah.
Close friends. Okay, so close friends, I would say situational friends. No? Okay. Ooh, man. Well, I've always failed tests all my life. Shout out to the FCAT.
You got one.
If you're from Florida, you know what the FCAT is.
I don't.
It's like the state test to see if you'll go up a grade.
Oh.
I failed that thing a few times. So shout out to Florida school system.
Oh.
So close friends, I've definitely failed that. Can you go through the 10 again? I'm sorry.
Yes. Okay. So there's acquaintances, casual friendships, close friendships.
Oh, it's the top 3. Those right there. Those are my top 3.
What? Acquaintance, casual, and close?
Yeah, totally wrong, huh?
Actually, no.
Hey.
Acquaintance, casual, and close.
Oh, because as soon as I heard that, I was just like, those sound...
Yeah.
But why so?
So acquaintances, most people have numerous acquaintances due to everyday social interaction, school, work, neighbors, whatever. And these relationships help maintain social cohesion and can be stepping stones to deeper friendships. So like these can turn into different types of ones. For example, a barista you chat with, someone you always sit next to in class. So those can like turn into deeper friendships. And then casual friendships, they arise from shared activities or hobbies or spaces. So gym buddies, church friends, classmates. And then these ones provide companionship and social engagement without the intensity or demands of a close friend.
Can I add to that?
Yeah.
I feel like, and what was that one called again? I'm sorry.
That's casual friendship.
I feel like casual friendship would it would start as situational.
I could see that, like the gym situation.
Because Run Club, I met a good amount of people through Run Club, and they became casual friends.
Okay.
Yeah.
Have any of them turned into a close friend?
No, we run and hang out.
Okay.
I'm just playing, but at some point, because the thing is, sometimes it's like, and we'll get into this later, you'll have like friendships that maybe like only get so far because of just like how your life is holistically. Because if I only see you at Run Club and then we do the social Run Club things, it's another level of work I have to do to actually hang out one-on-one with you and become an actual friend, you know?
And like deepen that relationship and the things I know about you. And
that's even like us.
Yeah.
You know
that's true. Because like, I think we were I don't know if we were church friends or like Don mutuals. Like
we're Don mutuals.
Because we also go to the same church. So like, that's why I sometimes, like, if people ask me how I know you, I'm just like church, because I don't know, like.
Don mutuals is hilarious. You made that man sound like he was somebody. He's not.
He is somebody. Don, you're somebody. But yeah, then close friends. These ones, while fewer in number, almost everyone maintains at least one or two close friendships, which fulfill emotional support needs. They offer trust, loyalty, and deeper emotional connection. And an example would be like a friend you can call when something really good or really bad happens in your life.
Right.
So if you can't do that with this person, they may not be a close friend.
Right. I like that because it makes me think about even friends that I know when something's going really bad in life or something, like things aren't well, I can't go to them because maybe I know that they can't be there for me emotionally or at least know me well enough to know how I individually will need to be like seen or like heard at the moment. Yeah. Yeah, because a close friend will know like, okay, I know certain ways that I can't engage or speak to you in that certain way. Or like sometimes there's certain friends I know that you don't need to like get advice or need something. You just need to be heard. Yeah. You just need to get off your chest and talk.
Yeah. I think, and I feel like there's people that in those situations, that's where you figure out like, oh, this is a close friend, or like that's when those transitions between the levels of friendship happen. Yeah. Because they show up in a moment for you where they haven't had to, like you've never been in that scenario with them before. But then when you see them show up, you're like, oh, okay, like I now can consider this person a close friend, whereas before they were maybe just an acquaintance or like, situational or something like that. Right. So a lot of this information, I think I mentioned, I got from research, which is, I mentioned academic journals, but it's research in psychology and sociology, especially studies on social networks and interpersonal relationships, from one person named Robin Dunbar. And I thought she was fascinating because she's also an anthropologist.
Hey,
and that's like what I want to be.
Hey, Robin.
Yeah, she's a British anthropologist and evolutionary psychologist, best known for developing Dunbar's number. Have you heard of that?
That sounds so familiar. Yes.
So it's a theory about the cognitive limit to the number of stable social relationships humans can maintain. So there's like books that she's written, and I'll mention those later. Yeah. But Dunbar's number, it proposes that humans can maintain about 150 meaningful relationships at one time. So this is
but not at the same capacity.
No.
Because I know too many people that
it's not at the same capacity, but it's like in general, you can have 150 relationships that you can maintain as a human being at the same time. And this is based on correlations between primates' brain sizes, so like apes or chimps, that kind of thing, and their social group sizes. So if you break it down to layers, to your point, it's not all at the same capacity. So there's like 5 intimate friends, that's your closest circle. Okay. 15 good friends. Okay. 50 close acquaintances. And then 150, like a little less. We'll subtract whatever, 65, 70, subtract that from 150. So that's like 80 or something like that. Meaningful relationships that are not.
But it's 150
total, and like that's just like, that could be family, that could be like people that are not related to you. And that's like how many relationships you're able to maintain. Yeah. Like at the same time ish. And that doesn't mean you talk to them every day, but that's like, these are people who I would consider acquaintances or friends, or like somebody that I communicate regularly ish.
You know, one of my favorite books is by, why I lose my train of thought about his name? He's literally one of my favorite authors. Why am I?
Apparently not.
You are funny.
I'm just kidding.
You are funny. Malcolm Gladwell.
Oh, okay.
The Tipping Point. It's one of my favorite books by him.
What's it about?
So basically, it just talks about how, like, as humans, there's three types of humans who can basically start trends or create, like, mass effects on the world that spread, basically. Mm-hmm. And one of those is connectors. So connectors are, you heard of that?
Well, I consider myself to be a connector.
Yeah, right. So basically, a connector has a wide range of network of people and can spread information through those individuals or get people connected to then spread a wider casted
like
net.
that.
You see what I'm saying? So yeah, I definitely like that concept because it reminds me of just like if you have 150 people based on the Dunbar number and you are a connector, you really could expand that 150 to like 300.
Yeah, it multiplies because then if those 150 know however many other people.
And depending on the relationship that you have externally with those other folks, right? You know, that's interesting.
Think about that as you're like engaging with people, like, oh, where does this person sit in Dunbar's number? Like, are they a part of the 150? Probably, if you're talking to them. And like, are they an intimate friend, a good friend, a close acquaintance, or like somebody else? And then I will just mention, I'm not going to get too much into the like biology of it because it has to do with like our brain size and capacity for different things. But I will just mention 2 books. So How Many Friends Does One Person Need, which came out in 2010, which is Robin Dunbar's book. And then her other book is Friends, Understanding the Power of Our Most Important Relationships, which came out in 2021.
Nice. Yeah. Y'all get those books too.
Yeah.
You know?
I haven't read them, but I would like to, just based on the topics and like.
And what's the genre considered? Like psycho or social psychology, or
I would say it's probably social psychology.
Yeah.
Most likely, maybe self-help, maybe. Yeah. But yeah, Robin Dunbar's number. I thought that was interesting, and then just understanding like different types of relationships.
Because it makes me think about just like, because I know a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Like
you know more than 150 people.
Oh, off the back, yeah.
But they aren't considered really like meaningful relationships.
Because it makes me think about just like. Because I know a lot of people. Mm-hmm. Like
you know more than 150 people.
Oh, off the back, yeah.
But they aren't considered really like meaningful relationships.
But it also makes me want to assess like who are my 15? Like I feel like I can identify my 5, but who are my 15? Yeah. And does your 5 or your 15 change? Because
I think it does based on the season.
Yeah. And life stage, all that.
Yeah, which I think we're going to talk about. Your relationships with people might not look the same as they did initially. Yeah. That changes over time. As you said earlier, like based on your capacity, their capacity. And I think it's also like, I've had a couple experiences where I have very high maintenance friends and I am an extremely low maintenance friend. Like I have people that are super close to me that I have not spoken to in months, which is not great. I'm not like advocating for that. I need to do better. But I say all that to say like, there are different types of friendships. And I think like the way that the seasons that you're in, that might also change how you engage with them. So there's some friends where I feel like they've been really accepting of the fact that I'm low maintenance and I don't reach out as much. And then later they'll not be okay with that. And then I've lost some friends. Like this past year was the first year that I actually lost friends. And they straight up told me like, I feel like you don't prioritize me. You don't reach out. Like, I don't want a friend that I only hear from every like couple of months. And I was just like, oh, okay. Like, which is feedback I've had before in terms of how I engage with people. So I understood it. And I was trying to be like, yes, I need to work on that. Like very like acquiesce to her needs. And she was not having it. She just like did not respond to me after that.
I mean, but you can only give what you like have, right?
Yeah.
Because I think what a lot of folks don't recognize is that like we all, like you said, are in different life stages. And in one season, I may only have the capacity to really reach out maybe every few days, few weeks, or maybe a few months. Yeah. So, a few of my friends that we're the closest, we probably only talk maybe like 3 or 4 times a year. But when we do, those are some of the best conversations. And I always leave with something. But we have like the shared understanding is just that like, hey, like I just don't have the I don't have like the wherewithal right now to just like sit on the phone and talk to you on a daily basis, you know, and also just like, especially for me, someone who gets like very locked in on life and what I have present in front of me and living like where 70% of the people who are in my life live out of state back home. Yeah. It's hard for me to try to maintain daily conversations with people that aren't present. 'Cause if you're not in front of me, it's going to be difficult.
It's almost like the out of sight, out of mind. Not that you're out of mind, but it's just like, I have to, it's not that, but it's like you have, it's like what's in front of you. Ooh, I'm so sorry.
Oh, they buzzing you up. What's calling you during the podcast? It's crazy.
I thought I was on Do Not Disturb. But yeah, I think there's that. And then it's okay, like, to be selective with who your friends are as well. I think that's something, we can get into that later, actually.
Yeah.
But anyway, like, moral of the story is friendships are not going to always look the same. They ebb and they flow. There's times where I've been like super close to people, talking to them all the time, times when I don't. I think your like close friends, to your point, they understand like what your capacity is, and they're not going to like be in an uproar if you don't talk to them every day.
So for me, like, and that's something I struggle with, is like, how would you approach it if like you have a friend who requires and knows that they require a higher level of friendship and access of you, but also like for you to be present in their life at a certain level, but you just don't have the energy for it.
You have to communicate.
And just be accepting of like, you know, how it goes out.
I mean, well, they can decide whether or not that's a boundary for them.
Yeah.
Like because they could say like, you're not supportive. Like, I don't feel like you're supporting me in the way that I need right now.
Yeah.
Because a lot of times like we show people love in the way that we would be receptive, but maybe that's not a way that they would be receptive. So it's like, if they are telling you what they need and you're not able to give that to them, and you communicate that, they can make the decision of whether or not they're okay with that.
See, that's good. And that's going to take us to like something that I want to actually dive into, was like the foundations of a healthy friendship. And there's 3 key areas, and I pulled this from an article from the Abundance Therapy Center. Very great resource. So 3 key areas is communication, active listening, and the last one, time and energy. And I think that ties into everything we've been talking about. And when it comes to like communication, what that really is just having the openness to it has the openness and vulnerability and the willingness to share parts of yourself, and to actually be present to when you're speaking with no judgment. You know, being able to effectively communicate with those in your life. Like how we said earlier, not everyone can be receptive in the way that you may say something, and that's something I struggle with, because you know, I'm Mr. Blunt Man. You know, well, that sounds crazy. I'm a blunt person.
Yes, you are a blunt person, but you also, I think you can be tactful. Yeah, you choose not to be sometimes.
Yeah. Sometimes it lets us know. Look, I remember we was at a game night one time, and I had to get some straightening with somebody. If you don't know what that means, and you're not from the South, that just means that we need to get some things clear.
And he does not know time and place. Like, we'll be out places and he's like, we need to have not me and him, but like other people, where it's not beef always, but there's like some sort of drama or something. It's just like, why is this happening now? Like, we're just trying to dance. We're just trying to have fun. Like, why are you having this? And I'll turn and see him like having a deep conversation with somebody, and I'm like, oh, brother. Like, what is going on?
Because I'm not going to be uncomfortable in no space. And that could just be in my head.
You're making me uncomfortable, though.
That's fine. So communication is the first one. Active listening, I think that and that really just ties to being about, like, it's not just hearing words, but it's about understanding the emotion, the nonverbal cues, and the intention behind what someone is saying. So, you know, one thing that, like, even like Pastor said, is that, like, and what I had to learn about myself is don't assume, ask questions first, because asking questions can save you a whole lot of hurt. But also, don't make thoughts things. You know, they're only a reflection of what's going on in our head and a projection.
He said that.
I'm expanding.
Oh, that's
what
good.
He said. But the first
don't
thing
make thoughts things.
Yeah. I've always said that.
That's great.
Thank you.
That is amazing.
Write it down.
Okay.
PJ, 2 P's in the Pod, 2025, y'all, season 2. So basically, don't make thoughts things, when in reality, like, all we had to do was talk. All we had to do was really speak and really know what was going on, you know?
Yeah.
And the last piece is just time and energy. And I think really, and honestly, I would say this is something probably for you, based on what you're sharing, not in a bad way.
I was like, okay.
It's about making an effort to engage, show interest, and participate actively in the life of each person. But it's in a way that it doesn't mean like meeting up all the time, chatting every day, but really just aligning in how can we meet halfway where we still feel like this friendship is fruitful and we feel like the person is accommodating.
Yeah.
But we're able to have a space for them time and energy wise, because your friend might have been like, hey, you're just not meeting my expectations, but you're also like, hey, look, I got school, work, I have relationships, I have friendships, I have
church, I'm serving.
Church, serving. You have a full plate. Even for me, like a friend, like I tell you, sometimes I hit you up about, hey, look, I just want to make sure that do you have time to talk right now? Because I ain't trying to, like, if you're not in a space too, we don't have to speak right now. Trust me. And I will feel no way. And I always tell my friends those 3 words, 4 words. I will feel no way. because why you made that face?
No, I'm just counting. Okay.
I will feel no way because I know it's not from a place of ill intent. It's because literally you just have things going on, and that's fine.
Another thing with that, I realized, like me personally, and I think other people should be mindful of this. Like, if you have the space for friends who maybe don't, it's okay if people don't have lives that are as full, if that makes sense. But sometimes when their life isn't filled with so many other activities, and not saying that's better or worse than, you know, whatever, they have more time to be like, oh, I want, like, why are you not communicating with me? Why are you not, like, whatever? So I also try to come with the understanding of, like, maybe they just, like, don't have that much going on in their lives, which is fine. That sounds really bad.
That's a wild way to say that, I was going to say.
I'm being real, though. Like, if you have, like, 2 things that you're doing, you go to work and you don't do anything else. Like, some people do, and that's okay. I actually think that's great. Like,
it's peaceful.
Yes. And actually, I think one of our friends was telling us, like, y'all do a lot. Like, maybe you just, like, relax sometimes. Yeah. But I say that to say, like, coming with context for, like, where another person is coming from, like, they might see as, like, well, I'm making time for you. You're not doing that for me. So I've started to understand, like, oh, some other people, they just don't have as many other things going on, which is okay. Yeah. It sounds bad, but that's okay. Yeah. And then the other thing that I wanted to mention was knowing and identifying, like, what types of friendships you have capacity for.
Like pouring into.
Yeah. So it's like, if I know I can't have, like, 5 best friends right now because I'm just not going to be there. I'm not going to show up in the way that I should as a best friend. Like, maybe I should not try to develop those relationships, and you should be selective. Like, one of my friends told me that, like, there's been different situations where she's peeped people, like, try to get close to me, and she was like, haven't you noticed this? And I was like, oh no. And then, like, later it turns out that they had, like, ill intent, and she's just her discernment is amazing. And so you should be very careful about the people that you decide to develop relationships and friendships with, because the people that are closest to you are the ones that can harm you the most. That sounds really cynical, but, like, that, and as well, just, like, being careful of your time. Like, you should just be thoughtful before you start investing in people, because I don't think people are disposable. So once you develop relationships with them, I feel like it's kind of there unless one of you, like, actively cuts it off. So just be very, like, thoughtful and selective as you're creating friendships.
And I mean, but that goes back to, like I said earlier, and, like, going on to your point, trust, dependability, you know, those are 2 big things, and loyalty as well. Like, those are key qualities. And when we build in intimacy with, like, friends, because having friends is a very intimate thing. You're investing a part of your life into, you know, another individual. You know, like I don't take lightly the friendship that we have, because like, I know what I share with you, you carry with as much weight as I do. So if you wrong me in that way, you know, it would hurt a lot.
It'd be like, whoa.
Them friend breakups sometimes.
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's hard.
Yeah.
Well, thank you for sharing.
Yeah. But also, I just want to expand on, like, with that, because you touched it on it as well. Yeah. There are some challenges.
Yes.
With maintaining healthy friendships. Even though they might be healthy, there are challenges.
Let's hear them.
You touched on number 1, which is crazy. That's why I said that.
Oh.
Jealousy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That comes up sometimes.
Yeah, and that's like career. That might just be having other friends.
Yes.
That might just be different projects you're working on, like this podcast, right? Like even you being in, like, a program, right? Like, different things that you may be doing to further yourself. Someone may be jealous, what it comes back to, and I feel like I've said it, like, before, projections and insecurities.
Do you think it's also tied? So, like, they're jealous of the things you're doing, or is it, like, jealous that you're spending your time on something that's not them?
It could be both, but I think what it ties to is, what it's rooted in is that, like, as you're furthering yourself with these things, right, that you're achieving or you're, like, you know, accomplishing or receiving in your life, where is my place? But also, like, I have a thing of me that just feels like I'm not catching up with you, because we were at the same pace. Yeah. You're running now, you know, like, but I don't have the wherewithal to run.
Is that a real friend, though?
But that's the thing. But that's the thing, though. Like,
feelings are feelings are valid.
I feel like we've all been there, though. Yeah. Like I was telling you, when I had my house, right? It's like a lot of my friends from back home were starting to either get them homes or have their homes, but I got excited every time I walk in their house. I'm just like, bro, this is what's up, bro. Yeah. You got 3 rooms, you know. I'm acting like a kid, because it's like this is what we talked about for years. You know, this is something that I seen you invest yourself and sacrifice for, you know, so I feel no hate. And now I got mine because I knew it was coming.
Yeah.
What I'm not going to do is like, I don't have mine yet and I'm in your space. And a part of me just feels a little bit like
hater.
Yeah. I can't stand haters. You know that, man. Yeah. So that's jealousy. And man, I feel like we talked about holistically. So these are tied together, in my opinion, life transition and life stages. But I can differentiate them for you.
Please do.
Because I feel like you've been there. So life transitions, move from Seattle or Chicago to Texas. Life stages, going into a grad program.
Okay, yeah.
You see?
Yes.
And I feel like we both have went through both. I moved to California, to Texas, but also in career, you know, like also just like with a home, things like that. Life stages, things that have like separated our attentions or our physical self that have shifted dynamics and friendships.
And it's literally like proximity as well, because doing these moves, like you're not as close to some friends that you are. And even like you getting a house, it's like, okay, well, I have other priorities now. Like I have real I have a mortgage, okay?
So, I texted somebody today, bro, you trying to hang on? I got a mortgage.
No, literally. And it's just like something that like some people's, it's just additional responsibility. And that's, again, like not a bad thing. It's just different. But I feel like we should, friends should be willing to give grace in those spaces and understand where you're coming from. And we should do the same. Because there are definitely places where I have friends that are doing amazing things and they've been the ones running and I'm here. And like, now, though, I feel like I'm in a place where I see that and it motivates me and I get excited.
Because you know it's coming for you.
Yes, but also like, and I just love to see the people I love like doing well. Whereas I do think you're right. Like we've all been in a place where there is jealousy and I'm like, well, how come they're doing that? And like, I'm not. And then instead of you being motivated, you're just like hating. And I've like caught myself doing that before. So I don't like
but it's natural. We're human.
It's envy.
You know, and even I think about it, right? Like, it's like even like some of my friends, I'm like, would life say like some of y'all are married, bro. Yeah. Some of y'all are getting married, you know, our fiancés. And, you know, like, I'm not in a relationship. So I'm like, you know, I'm not in a relationship, but like, I don't have a hater sense because I'm just like, all my friends who are in relationships or like are married or engaged, they have their person and I see how that person is their person, you know? And it just makes me be like, okay, there's a reason why I'm waiting. There's a reason why God ain't put it in my life yet, you know? Because he wants to make sure the person that's for me, it's not going to be a momentary thing, but it's like forever. You know?
And what's for you is for you.
Exactly.
It's not going to pass you by and no one else is going to get it.
Exactly.
So keep that in mind.
Exactly. And then just the last two things. One, and I think we touched on it, was conflict.
Oh, how do you handle that?
How do you handle conflict? Is there a way to make sure that you don't escalate it past the boundaries of what friendship could be? But also like just having simple misunderstandings, like if effective communication, which maintains a healthy friendship could have just been done, you know?
I feel like recently I've had to be more, I used to be super anti-confrontational. And recently
you told me that.
Yeah, I feel like I've not a lot of conflict, but you know, like I've been having hard conversations with people, and I'm just like, why?
It's talking to me a little bit too. I think, you know, I'm just kind of like, let's just bite. rip the snake head off.
No, you actually have been. I feel like you in many situations have been like, just do it. Like, and I'm like, because I like to just drag things out or let them fade.
But you feel free after. I always tell you feel free after.
Yeah, I do. But it is hard. And I'm like, why is God putting me in these? Well, he's not. I might be putting myself in these positions.
And I'm going to hit you with this.
Okay.
Because you tied to the last thing, which we can interconnect it. Knowing when to let go.
Yeah. Cut it.
Because that also is part of just like, you know, one of the challenges of healthy friendships. Sometimes you have to let it go if it just ain't working.
Which is so sad. Because like I said, I don't think humans are disposable. And like there are relationships that they're definitely not the same. Like I rarely talk to these people, but I value them so much as human beings. So it makes me really sad to think about that. But I also feel like that's just part of getting older and maturing. And
but it's looking at this perspective. When you said disposable, I don't think it's that, but more so like, and you can tell me if you agree, just changing the dynamic.
Yeah, but I almost feel like sometimes when you change the dynamic, you like have to throw them away.
Do you really, or can you go to Dunbar's number and instead of them being 5 and 15, they are in the? Sometimes
they can be in the larger 150.
Okay.
Sometimes they can't be in the 150. You gotta go. You gotta go. You gotta go. And it's healthy.
Yeah.
for both of you, or for like maybe new people who are in your, for example, like romantic relationships, which are, I think, types of friendships. I feel like you should be friends with your partner.
For sure. Yeah.
So like, let's say you have a friend who you were previously in a relationship with. Is it no longer appropriate for them to be in your 5 or your 15 or even your 150? You know what I mean? With your new partner. So like, that's one where it's kind of like, dang, they can't even be, I don't know. Like, those are just types of situations. Or if you have like a friend who's really done something dirty to one of your other friends who's super close to you.
And you're in the middle,
So it's just like, how do you handle that? To your point, you can just like move them to different places within your 150. But sometimes there's people where like the damage is so bad that it's like, you just can't be in my 150.
And I've had that as well, you know. But for me, it's like, I'll always actively say like, hey, like, this is what the situation is. I don't think we can sustain this friendship no longer. We just have to really just be acquaintances. That's when you drop down in that 10 level of friendships. You know?
Wow.
Yeah.
But that relates to boundaries, I think.
Setting boundaries. Yep. And that is how we are going to like cap the episode off.
Okay.
Right there, right? So we're going to talk about boundaries. And I haven't, look, everything we do has to come, well, for the most part, has to come from information. You know, we just don't want to be talking to just talk. It really has to be rooted in things that have been studied or at least researched or at least, you know, behind with facts.
Credible sources.
Yep. In 2 words, because I said a word sandwich.
It's okay.
We gonna cut that now.
Bites. All right, boundaries.
So, I want to summarize boundary first.
Okay.
So positivepsychology.com. This is an article by Dr. Joe Nash, how to set healthy boundaries and build positive relationships.
Okay.
So what a boundary is, in summary, a relationship boundary is a interpersonal limit that is mediated by variations in personality, culture, and social context.
Okay.
Now, there's 7 types of boundaries.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. I actually read that because one of my, I think I showed you my vision board for the year. It was boundaries. That's big for me right now.
Oh.
Yeah, so there's mental boundaries, so the freedom to have your own thoughts, values, and opinions. Emotional, how emotionally available you are to others. Material, so basically like the decisions you make and what you purchase and what you have. Internal, meaning that self-regulation, how you use your energy. Conversational, topics you choose to talk about, whether if you're comfortable or not to speak on it. Physical, meaning that this is sideways. Privacy, how you're touched, how people engage with you. You know, I think physical boundaries is big to you. And then time, I think time is mine. How I use your time.
Anyway, so time. What was the one before physical?
That was conversational. I think conversation is a thing for you too. I know you're very strict about like these things I don't speak about.
I want to be careful about the things that I say because I feel like words have a lot of power.
Oh, big time.
Yeah.
Big time. You know, I also think that I feel like internal, would it be internal? It might be physical. Thinking about like what you even like watch, read, what you see in front of you. Consume. Yeah. Right?
Yeah, I feel like you're right. Physical is a big one for me.
Yeah.
I don't know, but I also, maybe emotional is a big one as well.
Okay, how emotionally available you are to others?
Yeah, because I do actually think there were periods in my life where I wasn't as emotionally available as I thought I was. But I try to be now. What about you? What do you think you struggle with besides, what was the one? Time.
I would say mental. So mental, the reason why mental, because it means, as I said, freedom to have your own thoughts, values, and opinions. And you know me, I can be very opinionated.
You have so many opinions.
I do. And I learned that about myself, actually. You know, I actually took the, I forgot what that test is called, but it's like a personality test. And I'm a ENTJT.
Oh.
I'm an executive.
It's not the Strength Finder, is it?
It has some strength and weaknesses, but we can talk about that later.
Okay, yeah.
But we should actually bring that up later.
Yeah.
That'd be good. So we can talk about like our different, and how that makes us work with each other.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
Cool.
Okay, we'll come back to that.
Facts. But so mental. So basically, as you know, like because I can be very opinionated and like think very straightforward in one way, and I think it's possibly also being just a Afro-Caribbean person. Naturally, we're very much like we're rooted in this. This is how we grew up. This is what we know. But that's why I try my best to like work on like, okay, how can I be open-minded or at least be open to some degree of something, but not shut it down, because you could really close the door to so many experiences or learning how to elevate your life
If you're so rigid.
If you're so rigid, and I could be rigid.
You can be.
Yeah, and I
super inflexible.
Yeah. But I had nothing to say.
But okay, so time, mental, any other ones?
No, that's the only ones for me.
Okay.
Yeah. But so yeah, let's talk about boundaries though, right?
Yeah.
So let's dive into. We had the definition. We had like the 7 types. So these are some healthy boundaries, and I'll tell you the advantages of those boundaries.
Okay.
I don't know if it's a Florida thing. I've been messing up boundaries the whole time, man.
It's okay.
Yeah, man. But healthy boundaries are declining anything you don't want to do.
Anything?
Well, look.
Okay,
let's
ahead.
roll. Okay. Expressing your feelings responsibly. Talking about your experiences honestly. Replying in the moment versus kind of like, and the thing is, you have to understand some of these things it has to come with effective communication.
Okay.
At the end of the day, just as like it's a declining thing you don't want to do, you have to do it with effective communication.
Yeah.
Because no means no.
Yeah. No is a full sentence.
Yeah. Period. Addressing problems directly with the person involved rather than with a third party. So not getting one external involved. Yep. Yeah. And then the last one is making your expectations clear rather than assuming people will figure them out. I struggle with that.
I do too. I'm like, you should know if I look at you.
Yeah.
Like you should know. Oh, okay. To your point, most of those have to do with communication.
Communication.
Yeah, like it's okay to set boundaries, just communicate them in an appropriate and respectful way.
Exactly.
Easy.
So how that you reach advantages of healthy boundaries. So that is a good mental health, good emotional health. You develop autonomy.
Love that.
Right? You develop identity.
Really?
Yeah, because you think about it. When you have your boundaries, you don't follow the crowd or follow suit what somebody tells you. You're standing on what less can accommodate to, how less respects itself, how less moves is all specific to less. It's not like off the strength of what the environment or like the influences around her.
Interesting.
You avoid burnout.
Yeah.
By just giving yourself so much. But lastly, you influence others' behaviors as well.
Oh, that's awesome. Yeah. I didn't think about that.
Yeah, because when you can set a boundary that's healthy, it makes other people be like, okay, well, actually, that makes me want to, take in the same action and not, partake in a behavior that could be detrimental to myself or others.
And if you're a connector, then your 150 are also influenced and they can influence other people.
Hey, then you just, train of it.
Yeah. So, that's good. Okay.
I'm going to just get straightforward to how you set them. You be as clear and straightforward as possible.
Yeah.
But you don't raise your voice.
Okay.
You state your need or you request them directly in terms that you would like to hear, but also make sure that others would like to hear, so in a way that it doesn't come off aggressive.
Yep.
And lastly, you accept any discomfort that comes with the result of it. That's the hard part.
Yeah, I don't like that.
So, have you ever set a boundary and that happened before?
I have set a boundary in what?
Like you set a boundary and there was like a negative reaction that ever happened before?
Oh, yeah.
A few times?
Yeah. Or I set a boundary and like...
You did it with me actually early in the episode.
When?
At the restaurant.
Oh, yeah, I did. Yes, and then there's see what happens when you try to set boundaries?
But it was the way that you communicated it too.
You're right. But there's been other situations where I set boundaries and then people, they don't like those boundaries that I set and they self-select out. And that's fine. I think that's the point of it. Like we are not aligned, and that's okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Have you?
Oh yeah, for sure. And I
feel like that's easy for you though.
Yeah, it is because I'm very much like
you're like whatever. I can have conflict. No, not seriously, but I do think you're good at like communicating your boundaries and just that's what it is.
But the thing is, I'm good at that. But the struggle is that people, it's the pushback that I deal with. Because then, one is I could say I could be also better with like I ain't gonna lie, sometimes how I communicate it. But also is that like it's the pushback, and then the pushback creates issues because I'm like, why are you pushing back on my boundary?
Yeah, because you're like, this is the boundary, I set it, like it's not negotiable.
Yeah. And because I could be like, contrary to belief, I could be a very kind person to people. They may feel like, why you look down like that?
I was just looking over here.
I can be a very kind person to people, so then they may feel like, well, you're always so
taken aback.
Yeah, taken aback of just like that. I'm like standing on business, but it is what it is.
Yeah.
So
that doesn't mean you should stop just because people are uncomfortable. To your point.
Oh, we will never stop.
Amen.
So I wanted to leave it with this. This was just like a random thing that kept in my head of just like, what's a boundary that I heard by a famous person that a lot of people didn't recognize that resonated with me? And this one was by LeBron James, setting the boundary of protecting his family and off-court life. LeBron James has been very intentional, and I can say this from personally, honestly. He's been very intentional about making sure that his family is protected from the spotlight. There's no controversy, no drama. You're not going to impact his off-court life because that is his sanctuary. You know, that's his space where, you know, he goes home to his kids, his wife, his mother, etc. Like, those are off limits. And he said a quote. He was like, I let people talk about me all day, but keep my kids out of it. And I respect that so much, because that boundary let people know that although I'm a celebrity, I'm a public figure, you can say whatever you want me, I would take the hits, but leave the people that depend on me out of it. Leave the people that like are my vulnerable and safe space out of it. You know, so
yeah, that's awesome. I feel like that's really important, especially when you're like that visible and that much of a public figure. Are there any boundaries you feel like you are going to set in this season of life?
Yeah, I've already started like with my time. Like I said, stepping into being like in this space of like home ownership, right? It's like I can't just be as free to move around. I don't live in the city anymore. Like, and also I can't just like spend money like I used to, right? Because I'm now working on my future. Because, you know, at the end of the day, like if I don't, because I mean, as you know, getting a property is like it's like a one and done thing. Like you literally have to build and grow this thing from the ground up. And I've only been in there for so long. I really have to dedicate time that I make this long term, you know, space, which is like a house, a home, but also that like I don't like take it for granted, you know, because I if I work for something for so many years, why would I then neglect it in a few minutes, you know?
Yeah, like, exactly. That's a good way to think about it.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well, I feel like this was a great topic. I learned a lot.
I did too. Wow, man, I liked your articles.
I liked yours too. Cool. I learned a lot about the different types of boundaries and how to maintain friendships or cut them off if needed. And maybe I'll use some of these strategies in our friendship. Oh yeah,
well, our personal one.
Yeah.
Okay.
But that said, before we close, what are you listening to?
What am I listening to? Hey, Larry June just dropped a song. It's called Black Man. You know Larry June, my favorite artist.
I know.
Go ahead, Black Man.
You post him on your story a lot, or his music.
Yeah, and the thing is, he makes something called lifestyle rap. And it basically talks about, like, he talks about investing, you know, healthy living, taking care of your family, your business, you know, like being healthy. And that's why I love his music, because in the stage I'm in life right now, I want to listen to anything that makes me feel like I'm elevating and that like I'm excelling, you know, like I'm not just listening to anything that like is not a positive influence on my life, you know.
You're careful about what you consume.
Exactly. Yeah. Because like my character has just like grown and matured so much, and I want to mature with what I take in as well.
I like that.
Yeah, that's what I'm listening to.
On that note, I'm listening to Ta 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 by Burna Boy featuring Travis Scott.
I love that song though.
No, it's
good. The music
good.
video goes crazy.
I haven't seen it yet, but you were just talking about you don't listen to anything that mature, and I'm like, I'm listening to Ta Ta Ta.
No. I love Afrobeats. I'm listening to some Burna Boy all day.
No, it's like good. Like this came out I think 2 days ago or something like that. Yeah. But yeah, I really like it. I was like, this might be one of those songs this summer that we like constantly hear.
Really?
You don't think so?
Probably. I mean, Burna Boy, he's the guy. So
I know, and it's featuring Travis Scott, so it's like a mix of Afro beats and hip hop ish.
Nice.
I like it.
Nice. I've been liking those like Afrobeats rap.
Twists, yeah. So that's what I'm listening to right now.
Nice.
All right.
Cool.
Are you gonna close this out?
Yeah. Great episode, man. Wow.
I think so.
I feel like we taught y'all a lot today. And y'all better apply this thing.
Yes. Tell us how your friendships are going. DM us. Let us know if you need guidance. We are not
professionals.
Yeah. But we'll help. We'll give advice and guidance.
And P is for professionals.
P is for professionals and perfect friends.
That we are. Well, okay, we're trying. Okay. But thank you for joining us for another episode. Shout out to y'all for always tuning in. Me and Les are always so grateful just for how you all just like ask for more insight. Let us know that you're just waiting on the next episode and just want to see what more content comes on the way. You can find us on all socials, 2Ps_1 podcast. As you know, Instagram, TikTok. You can find us on X, as well as on YouTube and Apple Music and Spotify. On all those platforms, 2Ps in the pod. All that is going to pop up on the screen. as we share, we have more stuff coming on the way. We definitely want to make sure that we're listening to what the P-Pod has in mind, so we can bring that on screen and on the mic, in your ears and in your eyes. Yeah. I always just do something. Let's go ahead. We'll hit them with something. I don't know.
There's nothing else. We're just so happy that you're listening and watching, and hopefully you stay tuned for the rest of the season.
All right, y'all.
Bye.